Welcome to the American Public University webinar. My name is Luke Hakanson, and I will be sharing with you a review on the book Cradle to Cradle, Remaking the Way We Make Things. All background photography have been taken in Germany and in the Netherlands by myself. During this webinar, a brief introduction to Cradle to Cradle will be given, followed by the dual author's bibliography, the environmental status of the U.S. during the book's publication, a thorough review of the book's environmental influence to today, and a recap of this webinar. Cradle to Cradle, Remaking the Way We Make Things is a nonfiction book that analyzes and compares the cradle to cradle to the cradle to grave design. The book is printed on a synthetic paper made of plastic resins and inorganic fillers. Published in 2002, the two authors, William McDonough and Professor Dr. Michael Bronkhart, co-wrote this book during an important environmental protection time. This book gave a large environmental influence on the future of how products are designed and made, which still has the same influence to today. Together, they describe cradle to grave as a life cycle that ends, and cradle to cradle as a life cycle that does not end. William McDonough is a globally recognized architect, designer, and author. He was the first person to introduce cradle to cradle design. Professor Dr. Michael Bronkhart is a chemist and engineer and the founder and CEO of EPEA and the chemistry section of Greenpeace International. From the mid to late 20th century, the Environmental Protection Agency enacted laws and regulations to protect the environment. The popularity to recycle and be more environmental conscious was gaining momentum at the turn of the 21st century, but the focus was still on recycling the existing industry products. Industrial products are designed to throw away. In Cradle to Cradle, the authors introduced an idea to redesign products to either recycle back to the earth as a nutrient or to continue to be recycled without the product's composition degraded. More than 90% of materials extracted to make durable goods in the United States become waste almost immediately. The environmental vision of reduce, reuse, and recycle only slows down the rate of waste into the landfills, which pollute the environment. The authors claim that products need to be redesigned from the beginning instead of designing for the recycling or end. New products should be designed to parallel the natural environment. An example includes grass on the roofs of buildings to absorb rainfall, insulate the building, reduce energy cost, and make an available habitat for species. People and industries should create buildings that, like trees, produce more energy than they consume and purify their own wastewater. The best solutions are those that are adapted to the local environment. Local materials and energy should be used. Natural systems take from the environment, but they also give something back. This cradle-to-cradle design process demonstrates the phases of an endless time cycle of products. William McDonough and Dr. Michael Bronkhart give us 5 guiding principles that give designers and business leaders things they can do to help improve the odds of success. They include: signal our intention to create new and improved rather than improving the old, restore for good growth, not just for economic growth, innovate further no matter how good your product is, understand and prepare for the learning curve, and intergenerational responsibility is to live on this planet to provide for all future generations. Cradle to Cradle, Remaking the Way We Make Things has provided a huge influence on today's products. The following companies aim to create more eco-efficient products. TerraCycle started as an organic fertilizer company that converts waste collection into new products such as liquefied worm poop distilled to bottles. Recycle Bank is an online portal that rewards users with local deals and discounts for their green deeds, such as recycling at home or sharing their site with friends. Playback Clothing creates shirts by transforming trash into eco clothing. Cradle to Cradle, Remaking the Way We Make Things introduces the cradle to cradle design to the public as a continuous product life cycle. The authors, William McDonnell and Dr. Michael Bronhardt, collaborated their knowledge and experience in the chemistry, engineer, and architect subjects to start an environmental trend that is still going strong to today. During the current trend of reduce, reuse, and recycle, McDonnell and Bronhardt thought this design was a cradle-to-grave design. Cradle-to-grave life cycle is that the life cycle of a material does not end. It is remade to prevent the materials from ending up in a landfill. Many companies are making their products using the cradle-to-cradle design. Some that we discuss include, but are not limited to, TerraCycle, Recycle Bank, and Playback Clothing. Lastly, I'd like to share a quote from Cradle to Cradle, Remaking the Way We Make Things. The earth belongs to the living. No man can by natural right oblige the lands he occupied, or the persons who succeeded him in that occupation, to the payment of debts contracted by him.